Dear Online Security Diary, this is Annika, psychic medium and channel. I suck up all kinds of energies. I suck up the energies of my environment and transmute them into something better. After 24 years of rape, every 2 to 5 years, I create an online security diary to stay safe. Stop talking is not going to happen. Because now I have more stuff in my head again. Jeffrey Epstein, sorry. He keeps talking. And I'm having one realization after another. So yeah, and I can't tell my diary because nobody would understand anyway. Some things, I think I'm already talking so many things nobody would understand. So that's already too much. So if I talk about that now, that's even more complicated. Nobody understands that. Some people really have to die so they are of major use to many, many more people. It's like his death, I think he's more famous now than before. More people started thinking deeper about him and his person. And now he's even present, proper present. Yeah, but is he dead? The photos, they looked so staged of his dead body. That looked staged. Why did it look so staged? But why is he talking like in spirit, like a dead person? I really don't get it. Any mediums out there who can teach me? And I had such obvious things I'm realizing now. Even like one thing I can say, I'm watching Yellowstone at the moment on my mother's subscription. And Yellowstone... And cowboy, the word cowboy, I was never in my life aware that cowboy is 2 words, like cow and boy. To me, it was always just cowboy as cowboy, the word. Like, I just accepted that as one word with the meaning it has. But I was never aware that it's a cow and a boy. Like an idiot. I could not believe it when I watched it, and then one guy said cowboy, and I'm like, cows and boys. 42 years. No, I can't know the word since I'm maybe 6. And Germany just eats my soul. Everything here. I just feel eaten every time. And when I leave the country, it's gone. That's what they don't understand. That's why, like, my father, my family, we grew up with beliefs and they never changed them. And I just know it's not true because when I go somewhere else, I feel different. It's, German countries, all the countries are different systems, different energy, different mindsets meeting each other. I cannot have deep talk with a German at all. Like, like proper deep talk without starting a fight and crashing and clashing and whatever. I cannot. The deepest fucking talks I had with Australians who are so non-judgmental, like proper, and the Swiss, some of the Swiss, not more in Australia, because Australians are even less judgmental than the Swiss, but in a deep talk, spiritual way, like never ending conversation, accepting of everything you are, they are, which is possible, not possible, where you can go. It always stops when one judges you too hard. And that I only had in Switzerland with a few and many in Australia. Like there's always a moment, like in Germany, whatever I say, most people, I just have to say 2 sentences and crazy stamp, put in a box. Deep talk ended. That we won't even go anywhere. Stop, go. Stop, go. How far do you want to go? Maybe with a therapist, but even my mother's therapist, I felt like he didn't understand me. Or maybe he did and he just wanted me to leave. I don't know. But I didn't feel understood. I need to feel understood, like especially by the therapist. Some things he understood and strengthened me, but I think mainly I have to go. And he helped. I just commented to someone on TikTok. Like a therapist said something to her which she thinks is wrong to say by a therapist, and I said, but did it help? And she said no. I thought, yeah, but it actually did. Like, he said something she doesn't agree with, but he might have said that to trigger her, so she stands up for her own opinion and says it, and now she goes on TikTok and discusses it and stands by her opinion and wants to change the therapist probably. So that's like, yeah, but if you sit there and he says that and you don't say anything, you have to stand up for your own opinions and whatever, and maybe that's where he was trying to get. But she just said, oh no, that's so wrong to say, but she didn't say, oh, I think that's wrong of you to say, and then changes the therapist, and maybe the next therapist hopefully does the same thing. So one day she meets one therapist after another, and she thinks, well, maybe there's really a purpose behind that. So maybe I could open my mouth and say what I think, even if the therapist has a different opinion, right? So I think he helped her, but she didn't realize. It's like a therapist doesn't have to agree with you on everything. Different lives, different humans, different everythingy. And he helped, like, definitely, instantly, properly. And I haven't changed my mind since. I still got the same opinion. I'm just hanging here, needing antibiotics. That's my only thing, my only problem. The only problem, I'm not feeling better, but wiser. And Jeffrey Epstein, I'm so grateful for that connection. It's unbelievable. It's like, yeah, someone called him a creep. He is creepy, even in spirit. But I think you can even tell him, and he's fine. When you say to him, you're creepy, he's like, now what? And didn't I say he looks a little bit... Sometimes when he smiles, he reminded me of my mother's old therapist. It's so funny. Oh my god. But the therapist doesn't believe in all these things and reincarnation and stuff. He told me right away, but I have a different opinion, therapist. Even if you believe that, this is my belief and I'm gonna stick to it because it's proven too many times. And I think he fixed my mother as far as he could fix my mother. And I'm the same with my Reiki. I don't want to do Reiki on my mother because I don't think she would survive her, like, the healing into that gap. I don't even know if it's possible. Like early childhood trauma, I don't know, I wouldn't even touch. If I knew someone came to me with super early childhood trauma, I think that's the most dangerous thing to touch, isn't it? And I don't want to Reiki these demons out of my mother and then feel guilty when she drops dead next week. No. Oh my god. That's so scary. No, these ones I don't touch. I found one where I would send her with lots of money. I would say, go to that one. Because I found an energy healer who had early childhood trauma, extremely early childhood trauma. Like the proper one. And that one... Yeah, I think he could. Because he made it. But, I don't know, I don't have early, I think. Do I? I don't know. I remember my childhood as the most beautiful part of life so far. But every time I say that, my family looks at me as if I missed something. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm totally in La La Land, and I'm gonna stay there until the end of my days, because I really, 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 really like La La Land. La La Land is amazing. Yeah, and unacceptable in Germany. Absolutely unacceptable. And now she's sitting downstairs and she's studying like every day for so long now. She's studying languages, so many languages, like studying Spanish, French, English, Turkish. She likes Turkish people, and there's so many. Yeah, she's so sad our Turkish neighbors are moving. Oh. Yeah, because they were the nicest so far. All the others wanted to steal our cats and talked shit. We're abusing the cat. No, we're spoiling cat. That's, hello. So, animals are fine in this house. just not the humans. So yeah, but she's, to me now, she's like playing that language app game. She must be so fluent in so many languages now. All the time, every day, for hours and hours, she's studying languages, 4 languages. Yeah, and like a child. I see her like a child. I'm a child. The 2 most traumatized in our family, sitting in a house. Mama in language la la land, me in spiritual la la land. I think everybody needs some kind of la la land if they hurt you too much in this reality. I think, I don't know how many years ago, she said, oh, maybe I shouldn't have left your father because he was the best of all of these men. I knew that. Like, he's really the best of all of them. But now, like, violence, I didn't know about that. I don't know. I just think violence, she taught me as a child, from as early as I can remember, if a man touches you in a violent way, I just told her, she doesn't remember. She kept saying that to me. If a man touches you in a violent way, you leave immediately. And I always stick to it. A man grabbed my face, I took my stuff, left, never saw me again. The guy who threw me down the stairs, like, physical violence didn't even happen often. Just the guy throwing me down the stairs and a guy grabbing my face. Other things were accidental. Yeah, like physical violence, I don't really experienced. Only rape. Love. So she told me, and that's a good thing. It's really a good thing. And now I think everybody should know that. Everybody should know, like, as soon, the first move, like someone who's violent towards you, they're violent to themselves, I don't think you should accept it a second time. Like, if someone hits your face, just leave immediately. That's impossible. You don't hit someone you love. You don't do that. If I did that to someone, I knew that second I would leave. Because if I did that to someone, I know we don't have to be friends, we don't have to be in a relationship, we don't have to be anything. I can just go if I did that. But did I do that with a student once in school? We hit each other, pulling our hair. I hit a girl with a bag in school. I was violent as a child. So, but they taught me, and yeah, that helped. And the guy who threw me down the stairs, I called the police, and I don't know what he told the police, but I was never more disrespected by police. Never. Most respect, Australia, Switzerland, as usual. They just respect humans on a deeper level, like on a more non-judgmental level. They don't look at you, put you in a box, and then you're lost. Like, that's what they do in Germany immediately. They look at you, put you in a box, lost. You can say what you want, be what you want, do what you want, you're in the box, lost. That's it. So Swiss are not like that, and Australians. That's not racist. That's just my observation. I'm trying to not talk about the things I'm gonna do next. It's very hard for me to not talk about everything. But Jeffrey is shutting me up. I love it. And Elon Musk on X as well. Like, you don't have to tell everyone everything. Yeah. I'm definitely telling the diary where I am and what I do, except like the things where you could find me, like exactly. Like, I'm not gonna give anyone my address or the place I'm in, but I will say the country. Some stranger texted me on, I'm not gonna say where, on my phone. Where does the person have my number from? So weird. Like, some stranger, like, just started texting me. Weird. And the prostitution thing. Even the word, I remember when I grew up in Germany, even these words, when you say words like that, they have such heaviness. People judge the words so hard. When you say the word, you can feel the heaviness they put on the word. So when I say it alone in this room to a camera, same word, then love. Prostitution is love, is the same thing. It's like it prevents rape. It does. I knew that before as well. It helps the raped ones and it prevents rape. So, and it really helps women to get out of situations. It should be a stepping stone, like to get somewhere. And I really think that should be accepted. Why is that not accepted? I don't understand. That one I don't understand. Because everyone, especially the ones with money, do it. Why is it not accepted? Why are so many things not accepted? It's really a great thing, like, to have. It doesn't make it worse. Only the image makes it bad. And then people trying to take control over that as well and then use these. But it doesn't matter because the abused ones end up there. So yeah, if you're unlucky like me and you meet the wrong people, or yeah, scare some people, they try to humble you. Oh yeah, not to forget in Germany, the system horrible. So the worse the judgment in a country of prostitution, the worse the system, the worse the job. In Germany, I wouldn't even make a step in that direction because generally, the general society, they judge prostitution in a really bad and really heavy way, which means when you go one step into that direction in that system, you step into that dark, heavy, sick hole and you're like judged in a major way. And then in a country with the least judgment of society, the women work freely and they can decide what and what not. They can say no to everyone. They can decide what with who and when. And that's how it should be. So less judgment, better systems. So what do we have to do? We have to reduce the judgment of the profession. Germany. And in every country, remove mafia. Stop using these women. And gang rape, which AI doesn't even want to be true. Right? That's really fucked up. The professional gang rapes, which AI doesn't know about. Like, they see a woman, they know, oh, she's one of them, she has no rights, she has no chance, she's judged by everyone anyway. If she calls a lawyer, they're gonna laugh at her. And just set up a trap, gang rape that woman, she can't do anything about it. That happens not just to me, I'm pretty sure of that. Funny thing is, if I went to a company and worked for the company, I don't have more rights. No. You did one step into the wrong direction and you are at the bottom of society in Germany. You can't go anywhere, you can't get anywhere, you are stamped forever. So you're free, you can do whatever you want. What do you want from someone like that? Work in a company without rights? Really? Germany? For what? To not get antibiotics? So sick. This country is the sickest fucking fucked up country on the planet. I can't stop saying that. I shouldn't even think about it. But I'm out. I'm leaving. I'm only gonna look after Cat. That's the last thing I'm gonna do. I think. I'm an addict again. There's always one last addiction, and then I keep hopping from one addiction to the other one. Addiction swapping. The last one, I think I never made the last one. But in Australia, in my healthiest time, when I didn't have sex for 1.5 years, which was also, I think, kind of an addiction when I was younger, and 1.5 years no sex, that was major for me. At 28, that was major. 1.5 years no sex. Nobody could believe it when I said it. That was absolutely like the biggest accomplishment. And then alcohol, almost no, 5 times alcohol, 1 or 2 glasses of wine within a year. And that was before the 0 in Australia last time, the lowest. And meditation, lots of meditation. Yeah, and the addiction was a gym. I went to the gym almost every day, yoga, cycling. And addiction-wise, I had 1 Diet Coke every day. Only 1. So yeah, no Red Bull. No, only 1 Diet Coke. And I was so concentrated and healthy and happy all the time. 24/7 happiness. That was the state I want back. 24/7, all week, super flow, gym, meditation, almost no chemicals, really healthy food, no sex. And happiest time of my life, I think. Childhood plus childhood. I forgot work. So, massage. I had no sex. I was offered. Did I say that? Offered 4,000 for 5 minutes sex, 4,000. And I said no. 5 minutes. And I would have gotten 4,000. He counted the money on the table. I said no. Like, if I say no, if I don't do it, that's my general rule. I'm not doing it. I said no. And then he gave me 400 tip because I said no, and he couldn't believe it. Because nobody ever has done that, he said. Like, it was a young boy, super young, cute, rich parents, so much money in his pocket, and counting, and he never got a no. He kept counting. I said no. He didn't get it. He could have put any amount there. My no was a no. Because I was on my spiritual path, no sex. Who would have thought the first 2 times sex after that will be 2 rapes? Can anybody understand why I was so shattered in that moment? The most shattered moment of my life, where I was so clean and pure and happy, and the first 2 times sex are rapes? 2 times, not even 1. 2 times. Who does that happen to? Like, seriously. And I was on 0. Like, you couldn't pay me for 5 minutes. So yeah, but even at work, fun, everything was just a super flow, high energy flow. That was my favorite flow in my whole life. Everything under control, everything flowing, and it was endless. So when the last guy, my perfect energetic match, said, your life's not sustainable, that was sustainable. It was the last time my life was sustainable. And now I'm a mess. 12 years ago, I had a flow and kept trying to get back to that since. 12 years. So yeah, I don't know. I have to stay unraped for a minimum of 3 years to get close to that flow. But I know it's possible, and that's why I keep trying. And I don't care about the money, I just care about the flow. I want to flow like that. I want to be able to stick to my flow schedule, to rely on my health and get back. So good, I remember that. The best time, flow time. Yes, really. Don't think about the regret. Just think of the good time. The good time. It was so good. It was so good. The most sustainable time in my life, which I left. How did I step out of the Reiki rhythm? I was in a Reiki rhythm, and now I feel like the last two are forgiveness and gratitude. Maybe that's why, because I really these two exhausting. Forgiveness, so exhausting. Gratitude, so exhausting. It's like, really, maybe that's why I should really do them. But I keep postponing the two super complicated last ones. Another weird thing happened. I'm not so hungry anymore. Somehow my hunger is leaving, and my stomach is definitely smaller. Yeah, but even now, when the time comes where I can eat, before I was always so hungry, I ate right away. And now I think, no, I'll wait another hour, another two. Because I'm not hungry. Why am I not hungry? I can't even eat what I want to eat. I went through the supermarket and I thought, I would like to eat dragon fruit. I would like to get the coconut juice. I would like to have that expensive salad, not the cheap one. I would like to have a ginger juice. I would like to buy the radish. What else did I see? A grapefruit. So, yeah, that's what I would have bought if I could. So yeah, this has to end. I really want to eat at least all the fruits. I've never had that in my life. Never. I could always eat what I like to eat. I would choose a cheaper option, but I would not eat. Except one very short time where I took a drug to not be hungry because I had no money. I had zero money. And then I took something so I'm not hungry. But I think that was only for 2 days or something. And at that time even, I went to a place. There was a place where they had all the leftover food, a place where all the poor people could go and get food that was left from supermarkets. I think they were collecting it. And I lived in a share house where one of our group always went to get the free food. So from that, but there was 2 or 3 days we had no food. So that's when I did that. But only once. I asked a friend if I can borrow 20 Swiss francs. And she said no. But she gave me a drug. That's so nice. Drugs are free, people. Nothing easier to get. If I wanted that, I would, I don't want it. If I wanted it, I know places where I could just sit and wait and the drug would just come to me. That's nothing I would ever need money for. If I want to take something, I don't even have to, I just have to go to the place where I know it would just come. Many places. Nothing easier than that. As me. I don't know if that's, if it's about, that one I'm trying to run from. And sometimes I felt like my family is even scared of me having money because I could buy drugs. I'm like, no, that's easier to get than food. Much easier. Nothing easier than being on a drug. That's also so twisted. So fucking twisted. And really free. Nobody expects me to do anything for it. Free. Not, I give you the drug, you suck my cock. No. Free. Freer than food. Easier. That's also such a German integrated image when they think you go out and then you get the drug and you have to do something for it. That's the German boxes are unbelievable. They're so unbelievable. Like, seriously, some things I should have never said, because that box, that is like the firmest black box you can imagine, and you can say whatever you want. It's like, you can't even, no. There's nothing to do. It's like the German box, hardcore box. And then even the comments online, when Americans comment something and then the Germans come to us Europeans, we're smart. They think they're smarter than the others. Just because, like, realistic or what? No, because your system is so disgusting and evil. Yes, you can rely on the fact that if you try to bring some positive, good, or a peaceful future into this country, you're gonna fail. Yeah, you're very realistic about that, because that's a fact in a country like that. Like, they can't see it from the outside because they don't know any better. They only know their reality is confirmed. Because if you go in there and you try to fix that in a peaceful way, you're gonna fail. Their belief is so strong, you're gonna fail. All you can do is drop a bomb on all of them. Peaceful beliefs about the world. They have no future in a German black box system. I promise. It's not possible. No, it's not gonna happen. But the good thing is, in 50 years, there will be less Germans than Turkish people, and Germany is gonna disappear anyway. So forget Germany. They eliminated themselves. Just make sure they don't start another world war. Coming from me. Isn't it funny? I don't have to suck a cock to get drugs, but I have to suck a cock to get antibiotics. I think that's so funny. That's so the German way. It's like typical. Don't they say in therapy, psychology, if parents try to suppress something in their child, like if a mother tries to not have her daughter go for prostitution or whatever, or go for a certain type of man, the more she tries to suppress it, the more her daughter is going to desire it. It's the same in the system. They try to suppress something, and the worse it gets. Like in the places where they judge it the most and suppress it the most, and nobody can tell anyone because it's judged so hard. These countries, Germany, Switzerland, are the most like sadomasochistic. I don't know how you say that in English, like the SM, the worst SM places I know of is Germany and Switzerland, like where they really go deep into the craziest fetishes, like you could imagine, like seriously. And that's in the places where they suppress it the most. The more you suppress it, the worse it gets. So acceptance of that part would heal them. So why are they doing that? Why do they want to eat shit and drink pee? Or, I don't know, like, why would you want that? Like, you have the power, man, the ones who eat the shit and drink the pee. Don't you want your humans to be happy and healthy, full of love, energy, and let the women bloom, put on flower dresses, have them be beautiful, and then have not the desire to do some stuff you can't even tell anyone? I really don't understand why they do that. Don't they want the blooming women? I really don't get it. Do you want to drink the pee? Or be beaten up? Whatever. In Switzerland, the dominatrix even has sex with the client. That's another thing I thought, what? They can touch you? German ones you can't touch, I think. They tried to make me. And I said, no, I cannot. She said, hurt him. And I'm like, no, I can hug him, but I cannot hurt him. I hurt him, hit him. I tried, but it doesn't work. I really tried to hurt a man, but I cannot. Not even for money. So yeah, why are they doing that? Why? I don't understand. They suppress it and make it worse. And then it's a secret and judged. Do they like that? Or is it the alcohol demons? No. I don't know. I told the diary before, in Australia, much less. Because less judgment, less SM. First I thought it's the sun, because Europe is cold and Australia is warm. I thought maybe it's the sun. Maybe they are less fetish because the sun is out and they go out and they enjoy themselves and they're just happy by nature, and then you don't need all that suppressed stuff. But no, it's the judgment. The judgment suppresses it and makes it worse. And in Australia, people don't judge that hard and that much, and people don't need it. It's not as bad as in Germany and Switzerland, let me tell ya. So Australia was the best love sex, deepest love sex, no weird fetishes, like, I don't know, of just human meets human and connect as deep as possible. Like the regular society, more on a tantric path than like a love path than the other two countries I know. But I don't know all of the countries. So let's summarize. Perfect flow I had in Australia, but the perfect work, like where I did the work I wanted to do, was in Switzerland. So I want the flow from Australia with the energetic work I did in Switzerland. Yeah, but I'm definitely not going to Australia because my danger calculation, the system, now violence on streets, I don't know, I think Sydney, the city I always go back to, is going to shit and nobody's cleaning up. I don't think anybody is cleaning up over there. Yeah, it's too dangerous. Sadly. I commented on one of the violent videos that how I remember 2003 Australia, the streets, like the inner circle, the city, CBD, was still Australians everywhere, Australian shops, people in thongs and beach clothes and whatever. Now the whole CBD is Asian, and now even violence on the streets. We were dancing on the street, there was music, everything was colorful, peaceful, slow walks, and yeah, nothing like that. And now it's grey, dense, dark energy, business people, heaviness, and yeah, Sydney is going to shit, I'd say. Because Australia is Australia, should stay Australian, shouldn't it? Like if you invite everyone into the country and say we accept every nation, everybody can live their nation in the country, of course they can. Then you have like an Italian area and a Chinese area and a Thai area and whatever, but maybe keep Australia. Can't you keep the CBD Australian? Because if you make it Asian, it's gonna be Asia. Are they even trying, or are they just accepting to disappear like Germany? Germany is the same. It's like, yeah, we want to eliminate ourselves. So yeah, that's it. Nobody's gonna stand up. We'll just disappear. So Hitler tried, but he wanted to make the world German, I think. That's also fucked up. Just leave everybody in their countries. Oh, I don't know. And keep the country. Italy stays Italy. Switzerland stays Switzerland. Switzerland's pretty good at that. Switzerland stays Switzerland. They're pretty good at that. Yeah, Australians disappearing, definitely. Germans disappearing, definitely. How about other countries? I don't know too many more, because I don't like anything where you cannot speak English. Yeah, I just don't want to learn another language, and I don't enjoy other languages. So yeah, today is long. And the reason I'm talking so much is I'm postponing forgiveness and gratitude. I want to do that, and I keep painting, drawing something, and I keep talking some bullshit because I don't want to do forgiveness and gratitude. Forgiveness and gratitude. Forgiveness and gratitude. So someone said once, when spirit tells you what to do, I have to say that now because it just came to my mind, then they're bad ones. Yeah, but I'm asking for advice. I'm asking for direction because nobody ever gave me direction. So I'm asking, like, to get there, what do I have to do? And then I get advice and I follow the advice. Like, to get there, this would be good. They don't speak in words, always. Just sometimes I'm translating it, like, the way I get it. So yeah, and there's really the one thing I want to talk about, I cannot talk about. It's so... ding, but it's an energy. It's kind of an energy. It's a picture and an energy. Like, energy drop, like, boom. It always makes me smile. Jeffrey Epstein. So amazing. So when I say they said, sometimes I feel like, am I just serving the devil, or what am I doing? No. I'm asking questions. I'm asking, and then I get answers in form of pictures, energy drops, and ideas. And today it's do forgiveness and gratitude. Do forgiveness and gratitude, because that leads to that. Like, I ask for something, how do I get to that? Do that. Intuition. A normal person with no pictures in their head, they just call it intuition. And they just think, oh, I have to do that, and then they do that. But I make it complicated. I've got a whole world up there. Because I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to forgive. It's so dangerous. Forgiving is so dangerous. Because then I might go somewhere because I accept everyone and I love everyone, and then I forget the fact that if you love them, it doesn't mean they love themselves and they love you. And when you step into the self-hatred trap with people who don't even realize they're torturing you to death while they're doing what they feel like feel as love. So yeah, they don't even get it. They can't even imagine the damage they're causing because they're so not loving and will never realize, because that's normal. So I have to stay away from that. And when I forgive, I'm in danger to step into it. That's why I have a forgiveness blockage, because I've done that before, forgiven, and then I'm so accepting of everything and I step into the next trap. So I don't want to forgive, but I know I have to. No, I don't have to. I don't have to do anything. But I'm gonna. And then stay away from everyone, I think. It's not ending, so that one I can say. That's weird. It's another Satan thing. It sounds crazy, but I can say it. I just did some Reiki signs because I keep postponing. I'm still postponing. So I study and I draw and I think, oh no, I'm going to draw them on every page to postpone even more. And while I was drawing, I realized, oh, another Satan sign. And then I did another sign and I thought, oh, he's in there as well. And then I did another one. I thought, and there he is again. And then he says, I'm everywhere. And you didn't see me. Bing! And another light went on. I think I'm safe now. Bing! And another light went on. He's really everywhere. I never saw him. Never. I only saw the angels, God in heaven, in the sky. I never saw Satan. And there he is. Funny. Who the fuck made me suppress Satan? And not see him? And how? So much to think about. This is not stopping today. It's not stopping. It keeps going. Where is this going? It's flowing. And I have like one idea, one thought after another I can think deeper about. And when did this start? Who? Why? How? Now I have to integrate that into my complete reality, go through my whole life and put that in there. Oh my God, so much work, so much unpaid work to do. Seriously. And I'm not hungry because my body wants to eat the disease. My body is eating the disease. I'm not hungry, so I'm not eating. And if the time passes and the hours are over and I haven't eaten, I'm not going to eat until tomorrow. If I'm not hungry, I'm not going to eat. And I have my set time frames where I eat, and I will not eat outside the time frame. That's my new rule. Yeah, body, eat the disease. Eat the disease. Eat the disease. Eat the disease. Eat, eat, eat. Calling in the best. I call him. Oh, I don't want to do it. I keep postponing. Don't postpone. Call him in. I feel very uncomfortable doing this. Forgiveness. Oh, I hate that yawning is my releasing. I hate so much. Why? Can't it be laughing? Crying? No, it has to be yawning. Can we change that? I want to release in a different way. Don't yawn, I'm yawning all the time. Can I release laughing? I like laughing. Okay, I laugh a lot. No. Oh, so annoying. I am returning all energy sent towards us back to sender, returning all energy sent towards us back to sender, returning all energy sent towards us back to sender. As usual, 3 times to make double sure. Yeah, that worked. Oh, soft. Soft. Now I like it. It just turned from hard to soft. It was so hard. Next, gratitude. That's so funny. That's gonna shut me up for now. I don't feel like speaking anymore. So the signs were very hard and edgy, and then while I was doing them, everything became soft, and now I don't feel like speaking. That's it for today.